Professor C. Raj Kumar, founding Vice Chancellor of OP Jindal Global University, Mr. Cyril Shroff, Managing Director of the Cyril Amarchand Mangaldas reputed law firm, Dean and members of the law faculty of the OP Jindal Global University, other friends who are going to share their views, my young student friends, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very sorry I'm not able to participate in this interaction digitally by remaining physically present in the course of interaction because of the cabinet meeting which is going to be held around the same time, which I'm obliged to attend. But I must compliment the university on choosing a very relevant and significant topic, the future of law school and legal education. I must say, law schools in India over the years have played a very stellar role in contributing significantly towards the growth of legal education, attracting very talented young minds to be their students, and their products have done exceedingly well both in the profession and also in other legal avenues which they have chosen to pursue. As a practicing senior advocate in the Supreme Court of India, before I became a minister, I have seen myself the assistance given by the young, fresh law graduates from these law schools, which showed what a keen, inquisitive mind they possessed and how it was shaped and trained in the law schools from where they came. And the Jindal Law School, I'm told, is doing quite well in that pursuit of really shaping very good young mind in the field of law. When you're talking of the future of law schools and legal education, we all need to reflect back also. If we see India in the freedom movement, some of the giant leaders were lawyers and very, very successful lawyers. They had studied from some of the finest government law colleges, giving LLB degree in Mumbai or Madras, then now Chennai, Calcutta University, Patna University, Allahabad University, and many other universities. Post independence, the young mind tried to follow a career in civil services, in medicine, in the field of technology, engineering, IITs, which were opened, giving them new opportunities. And what happened as a consequence? Both the legal education and also the stress on a good career in law as a practicing lawyer both diminished substantially. This is not to deny the performance of some very good students, law teachers, and professionals who joined the bar and excelled both as a lawyer and also as judges. But overall, if you see, the quality of education in law was not getting that importance which it deserved, as was the case in the past. Thereafter, in India, this great movement of law schools started, beginning from Bangalore, it's spreading in different parts of the country, and also opening great avenues in non-government sector, including in the present OP Jindal Global University. And then a career in law opened a new exciting avenue, creating new opportunities. And I'm very happy to note that these law schools over the years, now it is close to 20, 25 years, have played a very stellar role in contributing very substantially to creating a large pool of fairly well-trained legal mind. I also need to compliment the Jindal Law School in that direction. But it also raised certain concerns which I would like to flag. The first and foremost, that the graduates from these law schools chose primarily to focus upon a career in the lucrative law firms or as law officers. I have no problem with that. But I would be more keen to have this new mind of brilliant law graduates fully trained to contribute to the law practice. Because if India is a democracy governed by rule of law, then adjudication of disputes is integral to a functioning democracy, to a constitutional system in which courts are to play a very crucial role. And if courts are to play a very crucial role in the evolution of sound, in the development of sound adjudication process, assistance of well-trained lawyers is equally important. Yes, law practice demands patience. Law practice requires hard work. But those periods of struggle also play a very crucial role when once you have established yourself and made a mark, then extraordinary opportunity opens. I think the first suggestion for me to come into this August gathering would be that please train the minds in the way you like to train them. But practical trainings to enable them to become successful lawyers is equally important. Whether it is the practice of law, the procedure of law, the law of evidence, or other requirements to become a successful lawyer, should also remain a focus so as to inculcate in them a keen desire to start the law practice. I would comment that how to become a successful lawyer should also be included as an important component of your education in law schools. This, I think, is very important. When I talk of education, I do not only mean only legal education, but the requisite equipments needed to become a good lawyer, which would in turn also require an understanding of the period of struggle, the hard work needed to excel and shine. That is one thing I would like to comment. Well, on the larger issue, India is transforming and the world is facing a lot of challenges. This challenge of COVID is enormous. That's the reason We are talking digitally and not meeting physically. This global pandemic, while creating havoc with the health and lives and safety of ordinary people all around the world, has also given us a lot of opportunity, created further challenges requiring legal solution. You may have seen that if I wear my hat as IT and Communication Minister, apart from being the Law and Justice Minister, India is one of the few countries where the work did not stop at all. We liberalized the entire work from home movement, and 85% of the work continued. In the lighter way, in this pandemic, no rail was there, no air service was there, and no movement on highway was there. Yet, it was the digital ecosystem which kept the world together, be it internet, be it other IT enabling platforms, the mobile phone, and the other requisite platforms needed to make connectivity simpler and effective. How people's quest for digital platform is so important. I just wanted to give an example. Yesterday I was reviewing Umang app. It was launched by the Prime Minister 3 years ago. It carries various government services, state and center, on one platform to enable you to have governance in your palm. Before COVID broke in March, we had roughly 650 services, state and center, on that app. Yesterday in the review, I was pleasantly amazed to notice that Indians have now more than 2,000 government and state services on their Umang app. And crores of Indians are downloading it, from utility to electricity bill payment to other engagement with the government to whatnot. That's a very uh, exciting situation. Take the case of digital courts. I am very happy to share with you that the High Courts and the District Courts of India conducted about 25 lakh digital hearing during these few months of pandemic. And the Supreme Court had 10,000 hearings digitally in, uh, in course of its hearing various cases. Electronic filing, digital payment of court fee, all have become the norm today. Virtual court have also become a reality. Today it has been rolled out in more than 7 cities, and 25 lakh cases have been disposed of, mostly in traffic violation cases, and rupees 115 crores have been recovered as the fine. While I am happy to note this great transformation happening in India's ecosystem, the future of legal education must focus on technology and legal education. Technology is going to play a very, very crucial role. It creates opportunity, it poses challenges, including of regulation, including of its limits. I think the law schools have more and more adoption of technological related legal education to prepare students for their good, professionally successful career, whether they do practice or they join law firms or other avenues. The point I'm trying to highlight is understanding of technology related laws is a very, very important aspect which law schools must keep in mind. Uh, just to give an example, how we are employing technology to serve common people. You must have heard India is home to almost 1.26 billion Aadhaar, 126 crore, 1.21 billion mobile phone, 121 crore, and we opened 370 million bank account, 37 crores. And we started sending all their welfare entitlement to the poor people, from gas connection to ration subsidy to a whole range of other entitlements. In the last 5 years, we have sent close to 12 lakh crore directly to the bank account of the poor, which we call DBT, approximating 123 billion US dollars. And we have saved close to $23 billion, which would be pocketed by middlemen and fictitious claimants. This gives satisfaction. Even during COVID, thousands and thousands of crores were transferred to the account of the poor under various heads to make life easy by the central government and by the state governments. AI has become the norm, artificial intelligence. And yes, we need to harness it for healthcare, for education, for agriculture. But what should be the limit of AI? It is artificial brain, that's we say artificial intelligence. But should the human mind or basic human ethics should have a role or should not have a role? What should be the legal architecture of the application of AI? That is a question not very free from difficulty. When I wear my hat as an IT minister, I am very excited of the expanding role of artificial intelligence, innovation, centers of excellence, young mind doing their best, coming with products, creating new avenues for employment and also empowerment. We are happy about it. But when I wear my hat as a law minister, I do have concerns. If a driverless car being driven by artificial intelligence process causes accident, who is accountable? The AI driven car or the real owner who is sitting at home? And again, to repeat, any digital legal system must not be completely oblivious to the larger basic time tested attributes of human behavior based on ethical values, based on consciousness and the human mind, which are concern for the others. These are important issues which you all keep in mind. Gig economy is the real contributing factor in propelling India and other parts of the world as well. It is creating new opportunities. Work from home has become the norm. We have liberalized the entire ecosystem whereby not only work from home but work from anywhere has become the norm permanently. We have changed the labor laws also. But how does these new developments impact upon conventional contractual obligations? And how will they keep on posing challenges? These are indeed issues which you all need to reflect. Data economy. I don't want to repeat that cliche that data is the new oil. No. But yes, data is going to drive the economy. You may have seen that in India, we produce billions and billions of data. Our population, ordinary Indians quest for digital platforms, digital instruments. So these are generating data. Our data protection law is a work in progress. We are going to make a very robust data protection law where there is a fine blend between the privacy of an individual as regards control over his data is concerned. Nothing can be transferred without his consent, which is voluntary. And thereafter, with his consent, data processing, etc., can be used. But see the challenges. Apart from the challenge of privacy, data economy will pose other challenges too. And what are those challenges? Those challenges, data of country A going to country B, where country C is processing it. I have no problem with that. But the processor who is using the data of country A to be processed in country B, then who gets the share in the profit? How it will be decided? I think these are issues. Then the issue comes of taxation also. I see country unknown to the country of origin as far as data is concerned are parking their entire profit in another country, which is creating a load over the entire taxation governance. I think these are issues which you need to consider: data economy and taxation, cyber crimes and concept of jurisdictions, the cyber bullying, rogue elements, hacking data from country C to country M. Then there comes the question of jurisdictions. I think these are evolving areas of law which we are grappling with ourselves. I would say the entire world is being confronted with these challenges. I would recommend that it is very important that these challenges must be taught in law schools. Employee employer relationship in a gig economy, data economy and taxation, cybercrime and jurisdictions. Law of privacy has been held to be a fundamental right, but it's equally important, as the Supreme Court itself has stated, that a terrorist or a corrupt person does not have the right of privacy. Therefore, we need to have a pragmatic and sound application of the law of privacy. Uh, Another issue in the context of digital ecosystem also arises. The global internet and local sensitivity. Why? I'm a great supporter of the proliferation of internet. Our Prime Minister has said that let all the 6 lakh bridges of India must have proper optical fiber to be established in the coming 1000 days. And we are doing it in a very mission mode. But if internet is a global platform, it must have connect with the local ideas, local culture, local sensitivities. How does law play out in these conflicting areas? What should be the architecture of law? I think this is something which we all need to understand. The reason as to why I spoke a little elaborately on the digital ecosystem and the challenge of law is because handling the IT ministry for the last couple of nearly 6 years, I am myself foreseeing these challenges. And since you are talking about the future of legal education, I thought it appropriate to flag these. Yes, I would like to urge my young friends that India is now emerging as a global power for a variety of reasons which we don't need to discuss here. But there is an compelling need for India to play its destined role in the international legal system as well. We have changed our arbitration laws. We are very keen that India must become a center of global arbitration. We are creating further instruments to make that happen. We have changed the Special Relief Act, where completion of contract has become the norm, not damages as earlier it was to be. We have come with a lot of other legal instruments from bankruptcy court to others to enable a very competitive work atmosphere for people to invest. I can tell you, in spite of this COVID, my IT and communication sector registered a 7% growth. Why I said India is being perceived differently. In electronic manufacturing, during this COVID, we came with a new scheme, production link incentive, to enable top global companies to set up shop here, manufacture. India has become a very big player in the mobile manufacturing sector. In 2014, from two mobile factories, now we have nearly 250. We have become second behind China. Now we launched this scheme in April. The last date was 31st of July. And all the top companies of the world, global champions and also Indian champions, have applied, promised to make mobile phone accessories worth 10 lakh crore in the coming 5 years, with export potential itself of 7 lakh. And Apple company has set up its shops here through its contract manufacturers, manufacturing top-end mobile phone for its global market. So we are happy about this rising birth of India. I would be happier if India also plays its role in the international legal system. I am very keen that Indian students are second to none, but they also need to get proper exposure in the global platform. Uh, I would be not very comfortable if India becomes some kind of a territory for foreign players to come and explore and there is no reciprocity. I am not at all one of those who believes we need to erect walls. But reciprocity is something I would like to commend. Therefore, friends, it is very important that your students must also be taught think global, but remain connected with the local. This linkage between the global and the local should always be kept in mind because you can become a successful law graduate only when you are not unnecessarily bookish. Book is important, why not? You need to understand that. But the local issues, the local ideas, the local expectations, the people's aspirations, all these are equally important because these ideas have also shaped the evolution of our constitutional ethos. You need to go to the Constituent Assembly debates. So the finest minds who have really given us an extraordinary document, which we say our Constitution, which has laid down such a robust roadmap for our growth in the last 2 years, in spite of many hiccups and at times uncertainty. But we have grown as a democracy. And therefore, for democracy to succeed, the rule of law is important. And for rule of law to become a reality, good, trained mind who can really enforce rule of law is very, very significant. I see that larger narrative needed in the coming years of challenge and opportunity. And I'm quite sure this interaction which is taking place today would find some answers, solutions, and also a roadmap to address these challenges in a very, very effective way. Thank you. Namaskar. My greetings once again.